Champion Bearings is proud to announce a new concept in ball bearings, which tests have shown to be faster than standard bearings. The shielded ball bearing has metal shields on each side of the bearing designed to shield the bearing's internal parts from any foreign objects. If you look closely at the shielded ball bearing, you'll notice that the shield does not come in contact with the inner race, leaving a small opening. This opening is needed to avoid metal-on-metal contact, which would cause heat and immediate failure. The problem with this opening is that it allows dirt to enter and the lubrication to escape. The rubber-sealed ball bearing has a rubber seal on each side of the bearing and seals the bearing from anything entering or escaping. The rubber seal does come in contact with the inner race. The rubber seal is available in light, medium, and heavy contact. The heavier the contact, the greater the seal. The heavier the contact also means the harder it is to make the bearing rotate. The Teflon sealed ball bearing has a Teflon seal on each side of the bearing. This Teflon seal is impregnated with a woven fiberglass to give it the strength of a shield. If you look closely at the Teflon sealed ball bearing, you will notice that there is a grooved machine in the inner race that allows the seal to actually enter into the inner race, giving the greatest seal while still leaving the bearing free spinning. Lubrication plays a major role in the life of a ball bearing. This lubrication acts as a coolant for the bearing. The more the lube, the harder it is to rotate the bearing. Too much lube will cause the bearing to be very hard to rotate and will actually heat up the bearing. When a bearing heats up, it causes the grease to heat up as well, causing it to break down into a thin oil. Once the grease turns into oil, it will flow immediately out of the opening of a metal shield and will slowly seep out of the rubber seal. The lighter the contact of the rubber seal, the faster the leak. The Teflon sealed ball bearing's groove on the inner race acts as a catcher with the centrifugal force flinging the oil back into play. Repeating this action causes the oil to circulate throughout the bearing's internal parts. It is Champion Bearing that developed a removable Teflon and fiberglass seal, which when removed allows the bearing to be blown out. The ball bearing's retainer or ball separator, depending on the application, can be manufactured out of a variety of different materials. Besides being stronger, harder, and lighter than steel balls, with ceramic balls, metal-to-metal contact cannot occur. If a bearing gets hot enough to lose its lube, disaster is just around the corner. Without lube, the steel balls and raceways will expand to unreasonable tolerances. The balls and raceways will get so hot that they will actually weld together, then break free, only to repeat the cycle again and again, leaving micro welds covering the balls and raceways until the bearing finally fails. Since ceramic balls will not expand nor weld the steel, ceramic balls are by far the superior.